What's up everyone, 124san's here. Today is the release date of the newest Magic the Gathering set, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've never watched the show, but it's pretty popular from what I've heard. And I've played some pre-releases. The set plays super well from my very limited experience of 2 pre-release runs, so hopefully this set is fun to draft. And let us begin. Alright, here we are at the pack 1 pick 1. We got the Fated Firepower as the mythic of this pack. I've also got this card in pre-release as well, but I don't think this card is playable in limited that much. 3 red pips, flash, and then makes every source you control deals plus X damage. It's good with firebending, but there's that. I much want to take something just generically powerful, like Epic Downfall. 2 mana, exile target creature with mana value 0 greater, so this is always up on mana. And exiles, so it doesn't care about graveyard shenanigans. Oh, there's also Sold Out, which also exiles, but Epic Downfall costs much less, even with the restriction. And the sorcery's timing. I think this is pretty much it. There's also a Rocket Launch for mono green deck. There's a couple mono color focus theme in this draft, in this set, like the mono color payoff, like Rocket Launch and all the hybrid cards that you can play in mono color decks. Those work pretty well. Like on pick 2, Katara is a pretty strong card. So you mean a 2/3. If Katara is tapped at your end step, you get a +1/+1 counter on her, and also Waterband 6 to draw a card. So in late game, it's just draws you a card every turn, which is pretty good. But there's also the Cave of Two Lovers. I played this card a lot in pre-release, and it plays so well. Effectively, this is a 4 mana, make 2 1/1s and a 3/3, and also get you a mountain from your deck. So this is like 3 for 1 or something. I like this card a lot. So other than Katara and Cave, Leaves on the Vine is a 2 mana enchantment, but you really don't want to pay on 2. I'll just take Cave of Two Lovers here. There's also Fire Happy Redemption as a removal here, but oh well. Back on pick 3. The rare Tiger Seal is not as strong unless you can literally draw a second card every turn. Otherwise, it's just a non-functional creature. It taps itself every turn unless you can draw a second card. I like the Signpost a lot. Dragonfly Swarm. 3 mana, star 3. Star is the number of non-creature non-land card in the graveyard. Flying Ward 1, and when it dies, if you have a lesson in the graveyard, you draw a card. There's a lesson thing in this set, like Quencha. This is a quench, but it has a lesson typing. It is different from the Strixhaven though. The Strixhaven cares about learning, because you can learn to grab a lesson from the sideboard. But in this set, sideboard lessons are main board cards, and there are some cards that just cares about it. And that's why the lessons cards are also just like a full card instead of being a half a card. Pick 4. We got a pretty strong lesson after picking the Dragonfly Swarm. Iroh's Demonstration. Deal 1 to each creature your opponent control, or deal 4. This is a pretty on-race removal. 2 mana, deal 4. And it's also a lesson type for the Dragonfly Swarm. I like this a lot. Other than that, Fatal Fissure is a pretty interesting card. You can pair this with a removal, so you basically make a 2 mana 4/4 haste. But it's a land, so you have to attack with a land. And there's also Sold Out that goes well with Epic Downfall, but I like Airoh's Demonstration a lot after picking Dragonfly Swarm. Pick 5. We got a Invasion Submersible. 3 mana 0/0 that bounce something when it enters, and Waterband 3 to become a 3/3 creature. I like this card a lot, and Waterband 3 means you can just tap creature, including itself. You can tap creatures or artifacts to make this a creature. Yeah, Waterband means you can tap creatures and artifacts to pay the cost on top of paying the mana. Other than Invasion Submersible, Waterbending Lesson is a pretty decent card for Dragonfly Swarm, but I'll just take the card with much better front sight. Pack 1, pick 6. No lesson in the color. Honey Maneuver is a card I like really much in the sets because there's Firebending. Firebending makes you temporary mana during combat, and Cunning Maneuver is how you want to spend the mana. You make a 3-1, you make something 3-1, and then you get a clue. So if you can use this to win a trade, and then you can still crack a clue, this card effectively 2-for-1s you. Pretty strong. But I think I'll take Guru Panthic because it cares about Lesson, Shark, Saga, and Shrine, even though it has effectively have 2 white pip for a blue-white deck. But we do have 1 Saga, we do have 1 Lesson, so I like this card a lot already. Pick 7. We got Water Grass for removal. It doesn't tap the turn you play it, but you can Water Band to shuffle the creature to a library. And there's also Sokka's Haiku, which is a pretty good lesson. Effectively 5 mana, counterspell, and draw a card. And if you can use the mana, it's 4 mana. Effectively costs 4 mana. Second pick 8. The only lesson here is how to start a riot, which is not the lesson you want to play in blue-red. So I'm gonna take a filler here. Energy Bending is so filler that I just don't want to take. Flexible Waterbend. Don't like Flexible Waterbender when we have 2 5-drop already, so I'll take a Gazer Leaper. Second pick 9. We got 2 good lessons. I'll just take your Quench Up because it's cheaper. And that's pretty much it. I think we are kind of locking on blue-red. And we got Other Penguin that's playable or Octopus Form. Octo Penguin is so filler that I want to just take a Octopus Form for the lesson count. And we got our Quench number 2 versus a very filler removal, Booming Bash. 4 mana deals damage based on how many lands you have. Oh yeah, I'll just take Quench. And Mongoose Lizard and Gazer Leaper. I already have 1 Gazer Leaper, so I'll take the Mountain Cycling. Mountain Cycling in this set, you can also use the Firebending mana to cycle. So there's that. Cunning Maneuver, real nice. Alright, pack to pick 1. We got ourselves a Redirect Lightning that's better on paper. I mean, not on paper draft, I mean in EDH, because that's a 1 mana redirect. That's always good in that. There's Boomerang Basics, that's a fine bounce, but there's also the Fire Nation Attacks, which is a pretty good way to use a Firebending mana and also makes more Firebenders to help with other spells or itself flashback. Flashbacks from 9 mana, but if you can Firebend a lot, you can just cast it on instant speed to get those creatures. I'll take Fire Nation's attack here, even though it doesn't have a lesson type, and it's not cheap. Back to pick 2. Wow, Badger Mockup pass. I'm just gonna pass it to the next person. No creature other than Kyoshi Battlefan for this deck, so I'll take a Lightning Strike, which is 2 mana deals 3, which is also always good, and also deals damage to their face when you need it. There's also Iroh Grand Lotus, but I don't think I should take this card highly. But we can splash for this. Also, I'll just take a Lightning Strike, which has just a good card already. Iroh will be playable in this deck, but I want to see Iroh Wheel instead of taking Iroh right now. Back to pick 3, we got some very good creatures. And Lightning Strike. We got Knowledge Seeker for 2 mana 2-1, dies into a clue. And when you draw second card, get a counter, and we get a Ty Lee. Ty Lee just permanently locks down a creature. And Ty Lee also has Prowess, which works well in our deck. Also instant speed. Yep, gonna take Ty Lee over so many good cards here. There's also Cave of Two Lovers, Lightning Strike, blah blah blah. Back to pick 4. The 2-drop here cannot attack a block in this deck, period. Unless we get Dragonfly to like 4 power, so I'm not gonna pick that. Not gonna play a second Octopus Form, not gonna play Aang's Journey, not gonna play Cat's All, so I was thinking I'll just take a 2-minute filler, Yuan Archers. You can also just dump a lesson into a graveyard for Dragonfly Swarm and other stuff that cares for lessons. Alright, we got another Iroh Grand Lotus that we can pick over a Cave of Two Lovers, which is that Cave of Two Lovers is definitely the better card here. And there's also Omashu City for fixing for Iroh. And there's also Desert's Disciple, which is just a filler 2-drop. But I'll take the Cave of Two Lovers over it. Because Guru Panfic also cares about Saga. I think I'm just gonna pass Iroh again and take the Cave of Two Lovers. Back to pick 6. Alright, we got Airship Engine Room, but there's also Iroh, so, which is a good removal and a lesson, so I'm just gonna take Iroh here. Back to pick 7. Zuko and Treetop Freedom Fighters. Zuko will be decent in this deck because we have a lot of instant speed stuff to do. But we already have 2 Cave 2 Lovers, 1 Guru Panfic as 3. So I will take a 3-drop more than a 4-drop. And yeah, I'll take a Treetop Freedom Fighters. Pick 8. Freedom Fighters number 2 versus Kyoshi Battlefan. Both are pretty filler. We have one, currently we only have 1 2-drop. And we don't care about a white board say that much. We don't have a decent amount of cards that makes white board says, like Cave, like Fire Nation attacks. But Kyoshi Battlefan is so filler. Might as well just take this. Back to Big 9, Boomerang Basic Wield, Yuyan Archers. For filler 2-drop, I think I'll just take Boomerang Basics here. You can also use it to bounce a Cave of Two Lovers to recast this for value. And you also draw a card from bouncing that. Yep, just gonna take this. We have a lot of lessons in this deck. Water, I don't think this deck plays another water bending lesson, so we take a Kyoshi Battlefan. And Quencha versus the Cave. 2 Quencha is fine, so I'll just up the Cave of Two Lovers. We have 3 caves now, damn. That means How to Style Riot is also playable in this deck. And Iroh didn't win, but it's fine. I'm gonna cut the Gazer Leaper because it's filler already. Deserted Disciple. Think I play that over Kyoshi Battlefan because our deck doesn't care about sacrifice, but this card is good for waterbending. So I will put this back in if we have more waterbending stuff. Actually, we do have Invasion Submersible, so yeah, that's good enough reason to do that. Switch, Paxi pick 1. Think I'll take a Firebending lesson for this one. Just a removal, that's also a lesson. That's it. Uncle Iroh. We do have 1, 2, 3 removals. So we could take Uncle Iroh. That makes all the lessons better, but I think I can still use a more removal, and that's also a lesson. Paxi pick 2. Wow, we got another removal lesson. Combustion Technique. Instantly removal scales with the number of lessons you have, and exiles a target. Or we take a Master Sparkle, which mills them cards. Both are pretty good, and there's also Fire Nation Cadet that's pretty good in this deck. Oh, I'm gonna take another removal, and we should be very good on removal now. Paxi pick 3. I'll just take an Invasion Submersible, cut a Treetop Freedom Fighters. Discuss just bonkers. And yeah, I would love to see Fire Nation Cadets wheel though. Do we have too many the Cave of Two Lovers? Next to pick 4, we have Gran and Yue. Yue is effectively a 4-mana 3/3 Flying Vigilance, so I think Gran is better in this deck. Non-creature spells cost 1 less as long as there are 3 or more lessons in graveyard, and we have like a bajillion lessons already. Yeah, Definitely gonna take this. Take our Grand. And do we need water bending lesson? I don't think we need water bending lesson anymore. We have enough card advantage in this deck. Like Cave of Two Lovers is card advantage. I don't think we're gonna play a Desert Disciple. I don't think we play any of this. And we don't have any arrow, so not playing that. I think Vindictive Warden is better than Treetop Freedom Fighters for this deck because of Firebending alone. So I'll take that. And we can probably cut Cunning Maneuver, even though I'm usually a big fan of this card. Just because we have... This is not lesson. We already have a lot of good cards that are lessons. Firelord Azula. I don't think this card is worth for splash. Searing Blood is still 2 and deals 3. Pretty limiting to cast though. And there's also Abandoned Attachments, which is just a filler discard 1 draw 2. I think I'm not gonna play any of this. Take a Firelord Zuko just in case. Alright, back to pick 7, we got Jazz Brainwashing, which is a pretty decent card. You can choose 1 mana, choose target cannot block, or 4 mana to active treason it. And you also get a clue token, which is pretty good. But I'll take Fire Nation Cadets. Our deck make great use of this card. Pick 8, wow. Submersible again. I'll cut the Vindictive Warden for that. Pick 9, pick out Alter Penguin and not play it. Do we have too many Cave of Two Lovers? Probably. Cadets versus Community Maneuver versus a Paku. I think Paku is a reasonable option to just end the game with the mill, so I'll take Paku here. Got a Yuyan Archers, which is the filler. Oh, Fire Nation Cadets number 2. How many lessons do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 lessons. Not gonna play anything here. Not gonna take an uncommon then. If we want, well, Searing Blood Wield, so we can play that if we want to, but not gonna. I think this deck will play 16 lands with the lands. We even play a land cycle there. It's pretty mediocre, but it is good with Fire Breathing, and we are gonna have Fire Breathing. And we can cut 1 Cave of Two Lovers. We cut 1 lands. That leads us to 1 more cut. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lessons. You color Kyoshi Battlefan. That's 40 for 40. Maybe we'll color Cadets and play 1 more lesson. 1 Octopus Form is fine. Water Bending lesson? That's the only lesson that we can play after these. Yeah. I think that's good enough. Or are we supposed to still just play Fire Nation Cadets? Huh. I want it to be 7 lesson though. Oh no. Evil Quencher is lesson, so that's 8. Yep, that's 8 lesson. We have 3 1-drops. We have Quench can be a 2-drop, so that's fine. Alright, in that case, our deck should be very solid. And I don't think we're playing the Firelord Zuko. And we can use the Cadets to play Fire Nation attacks. That will be pretty sweet. Alright, this will be it for the blue-red lessons deck. And let's see how the game does. Alright, round 1 with the... Gonna keep this, but Group and Vic can get stuck in hand. At least we can still play Boom on Basics. And we can Boom on Basics at the Cave of Two Lovers for value. Yeah, we don't have any way to pump the... the 1-1s. So it's just gonna be there for stuff like Water Bending and Chum Blocks maybe. If we play Fire Nation Cadets and the Boom on Basic, we can Fire Breathe with it. But we do need 1 more land. Ugh. I think we have a discard card. And sadly, right after discarding Guru Penfic, we draw another island. Oh well. I don't want to boomerang basic anything here. Or I could have played Mountain and then boomerang basics the Fire Nation Cadets and play again. Huh. This court official got me real good here, I must say. Okay, sure. Draw another land. Oh, if I know I'm drawing on 2 lands, I'm not gonna leave this like Group Penfic, but how would you know that? I think we just Mountain and then cast this pre-combat so we get Gallipolis trigger. And yeah, Lightning Strike. We don't have any instant speed. One is the Lightning Strike, so that doesn't matter. And if we don't draw any action, I'm just gonna boomerang this Cave of Two Lovers. And that also makes Fire Nation Cadets attack for 2 instead of 1, because we're gonna have a blessing in the graveyard. Oh wait! Speaking of which, maybe I should have discarded Boomerang Basics? Oh well. That would be a very valid discard to card the card official. I didn't even think about that. Oh well. Yeah, if I discard the Boomerang Basics, Fire Nation Cadets just attack for 2 a turn already. And I can still have it to have that available to cast. This one can also bounce the Cave of Two Lovers. Or I think I'm still gonna Boomerang Basic, so it's not like they can target the enchantment to punish me that much. There's no way you can destroy an enchantment in black-red. There's no way. That's a counterpart. Okay, Fire Nation just attacks, which is a better card to play next right away. So I would just go to attack first instead of playing the Two Lovers. Because I'll be careful with firebending mana. I think the arena will automatically give you priority, but I just want to be sure. Block 1. I'll just hope full control. But I most likely don't need. Yep. Fire Nation attacks. Everything changed. Yeah, just look at this. Just look at this. Flavor text. Everything changed. Yeah, everything. Long ago, Four Nation lives in harmony. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. And then I forgot. What's the next line? Oh, that's disgusting, but we can Cave of Two Lovers. Day of the Black Sun. Ooh, just remove my entire board. How dare you? And it's gonna take a long time for us to get into Fire Nation attacks. But we are just gonna get our mana and hard cast it. That's the spirit. In that case, I'm just gonna Invasion Submersible my own Saga to play this. And then I have 2 creatures plus that. So I can just attack here. Because I have enough to waterbend. Fine. Depth touch 2/2. Alright, then let's shut down our attack. Well, they can certainly attack like this because I didn't leave up any blockers. Oh well. In that case, they got it. And Pirate Peddlers gets bigger, which is annoying. In that case, I think I should just bounce the Peddlers. And then do an all-out attack. It's gonna do 4 damage. And next turn, we can do Fire Nation attacks, but that means we're not attacking with the land. Pirate Peddlers again. Yep. They send their Pretending Fox Bear to die. Or they use a removal here. It's exhaust. And it makes it a creature, so yeah, that still works. Target land control becomes a thing. I think I'm just gonna attack with everything and then Mongoose Lizard the 1/1. Instead of Fire Nation attacks. And then we can pop the Fire Navy Trebuchet. Land. Yeah, we draw so many lands because of Cave of Two Lovers. We've been in this cave for way too long, getting too many 1/1s. Sold out. Oh, there's a 1/1 removal, and they are in no position to attack here. The best thing to do is just Fire Nation attacks, but let's attack first. And I have to chump out C3. Yep, they make a 1/1, and we are pretty ahead here. Zuko Conviction, 1 mana. Not even 5 mana, and not even getting anything else. What's the last card in hand? Tell me. They're still dead on board without this Fire Nation. Okay, they're dead. And yep, here we have it. Yeah, I could have just discarded the Boomerang, so we can actually cast the Guru Panthic, since there isn't any good target to Boomerang anyways, outside of our own Cave of Two Lovers. Yeah, Guru Panthic would be really good there. Anyways, we still got it. 1-0 heading into game 2. Alright, here we are game 2. This hand needs too much to work. Like, I need to draw 2 mountain, 1 mountain and 1 more land, so let's just mulligan. 1/4. And this one we can just easily bottom the lizard. And we got our Grand Grand. Grand Grand is very good at looting. Rumble Arena. This is a very good recipient of Earthbending because it has vigilance. My. Oh my. You have a my? Well, I am gonna crash into the my and try to octoform this. Because I just look at my hand. One for one, but it shoots myself for two, which is fine. And I got a Tai Li, which is gonna tap the next thing they play. So my Grand Grand gets in. Wow, we only drew lands, so Grand Grand is gonna do a lot of work here. Oh, they do have. They can tap. Oh, that's awful. They can just tap Boiling Rock Rioter to exile. They could exile my own Octus form. But mine is an ally, so exiling mine means they can cast it again, which is also not good. Right, at least we drew a Cave of Two Lovers. And Tai Li is not gonna attack. Okay, they also got like their own Tai Li. I got Ero's Demonstration, but for this turn I'm just gonna has two lovers. And Grand Grand is not going to attack. If I attack with Tai Li, they trade, they can Boiling Rock and cast Mai, so no thanks. I'm gonna Iroh's Demonstration for sure. Like if they play a 2 toughness creature, or there's even like 1 toughness creature. Yeah, because what I can do here is I can just attack with Grand Grand, the allies, and then Demonstration for 1. Wipe them. And Grand Grand helping us with the that either. I can Lightning Strike that, but I think I'm just gonna Iroh. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how they block. Yep, Iroh for 1. If they have any combat trick, I'm gonna Lightning Strike in response. They don't. And then I submersible my own Cave of Two Lovers. Sadly, I can't Waterbend right away, but I can Waterbend next turn. And I can still attack after that. True Administrator. Well, that will be a pretty good target to... to bounce. I think I'll do it like that. And I don't want them to make a Red Soldier token with Firebending 1. But I think I can still just attack here. Or I could have attacked with Tai Li, and then when they block Tai Li, I Lightning Strike the Boiling Rock Rioter. That could work. I'll be very glad. I'm so glad with this block. This is in line with everything I had. Alright, get rid of their 5-4. Fire Nation Engineer, that does nothing. Literally nothing. Combustion Technique. Playing this gets herself much more damage, so let's just play that. Oh. Keeping up the pressure, and make sure the Boiling Rock Rioter is not doing anything. And they have nothing, we have Earthband, attack for all, and yep, that's it. Wow, Earthband has animations. That's cool. Yeah, that's a pretty good showcase of Gran and Ty Lee just permanently locked down the Rioter, and the Gran helps us looting away 3 lands. Oh, thank you, Gran. And Ty Lee, 2-0, heading into game 3. Alright, it's game 3. And yeah, this hand needs too much work. Reroll. We got a Cadets with no lesson. I don't want to bottom a land. A Dragonfly Swarm is not doing anything here. So do I have to bottom Dragonfly Swarm? Now, creature now. That's what. I'm sorry. You are the weakest in my hand, so I have to bottom you, even though I've never played you before. Sokka's Haiku. Yeah, another high mana value card that's. Yeah, that definitely makes the Cave of Two Lovers a better. Eve. Battle Spear. Okay. I can Ty Lee that. Or I can Submersible that. I think I'm just gonna Ty Lee. And then I can Submersible the next thing, so my Ty Lee attacks right away. Or they remove Ty Lee and they get their beer on tap next turn. It's fine too. The Mechanist. That's a very good card. When you cast a non-creature spell, you make a clue. And then it makes any artifact token the 3/1 flying. So yeah, gonna cave right now so Ty Lee can get attack in. And we get our next land drop guaranteed. And after that, I think I'm just gonna hold up Sokka's Haiku. Accumulate Wisdom. I guess a clue. And yeah, they're gonna have the on-demand 3/1. That's really annoying. They're gonna Ty Lee. Okay, they discard Submersible, and they know I have Sokka's Haiku for the rest of the game. The game, no. Not ideal. And I can only cast Sokka's Haiku in response to a spell. Yes, also that. So I can't even make any attack here. Oh, I can make an attack with Fire Nation Cadets and trade with a clue. I'm not firebending, so I'm fine with that. And whatever, they're not gonna play into this Sokka's Haiku. Oh, awkward. That's so awkward. But I have to use it no matter what they cast. That's the thing. I have to use the Haiku. Yeah, like even if they cast something like this, I'm gonna just Haiku that. Draw a card. That's Firebending Lesson that can get rid of the Mechanist, which I desperately need. Gonna ban that. And then I'm gonna blow up the Mechanist. It's doing too much work. And not attack with the C3. I will attack with the 1/1 though. And they're not willing to trade a clue for the 1-1 either. We are down on cards, which is not what I want to see. Foggy Swamp, Spirit Keeper. Well, that just completely locks down the board and I didn't draw any spell. Not looking great. And they also have 2 clues for the Foggy Swamp thing. Make unblockable 1-1s. We don't have any spirits. And forecasting fortune teller, that's another clue for the 1-1. Things are not getting great, but we do hit our combustion technique in time. So let's fire that just now. And Tiny is a good attack, Mountain is also a good attack. I think I'll also just attack with this. Cashing the 1 more damage. Oh, okay, they're waiting to chump block. Okay. That's good. That makes me more happy. Because I get more damaging with his allies. Okay, that's why. You take on the Rise of Solden. Sure. Oh, what a bomb. Lifting to Solden. Gonna play a Paco and pass. When Solden deals combat damage to the player, and then he steals my stuff. And they're at 19, I'm at 21. Paco can mill 4 cards a turn. They're gonna name a card and exile everything with that name. Eo Quencha, yep. Yep, I do have 2 cards with Eo Quencha, so that's gone. But Eo Quencha is pretty garbage at this day and age. Unless they have literally another Rise of Souls into cast or something like that. Yeah, if they have a removal for this, and I don't have a removal for Souls in this game, it's just over. Cave, that's not a removal. But yeah, I exposed everything after playing this, so might as well. If we can get Master Paku attack like 5 times, huh. Okay, lost days for the Paku. And then Soldun's gonna count down. If Soldun gets the attacking, I just lose. So I need to top deck a removal right away. And we already used Combustion Technique. We already used Airbender lesson. So don't think the deck has any more removal for that. Not even Tai Li. Tai Li is in graveyard. And wow, he's just gonna have all the forecasting fortune teller. Damn. Octopus, yeah, that's it. That would be great if they have a removal, packet removal. Alright, can't beat the Fire Lord Solden. And yeah, my deck has 2 Eo Quencha, but I think I never draw into any of those. Huh. 2-1 heading into game 4. Alright. Game 4, we got a Grand into nothing, into Tylee and Guru Panthic. Gonna keep. Oh, I played it. For some reason I played the mountain over island. Oh. Okay, that grief does 1 damage and 1 loot. Alright. I think it's because the new card pushed the other cards a little bit to the left and I didn't realize that. Yeah, I'm gonna tidy that. Don't want to bounce that to give them more value effectively. Or I can grind and trade, which is also fine because that allows me to hold up Quencher. Even though I would be down the card because... Fine. I'll take this 3 from Ostrich Horse. See what they do. Like if they resolve like a... They're not gonna cast Appa here if they have Appa. I can't even quench that. And I'm gonna Ty Lee that. And then Guru Panthic. I am out of mana, so if they have an instant speed removal, that would be the best time to do it. If they don't, I'll have Eel Quencher next turn. And yeah, Rocky Rumble. Figured. Tag and discard. Play the Guru. Hero's Demonstration, Firebending Lesson. Octopus Form, all pretty great. I already have Hero's Demonstration, so I'll take a Firebending Lesson here. And I can bounce them alright, but if they attack, I'm not gonna block. Guru Panthic is way too good to keep around. Or just gonna eat a removal, which is Badger Mo dies into Iros. And okay, I completely hold them off. And I can bounce these planes. Actually, that's fun. I think I'll just deal 4 damage to target creature. And this can't actually put it on himself. Do I still hold a Quencher? But I can Firebending Lesson for 1 still. Or I can just cast Invasion, Submersible, bounce the planes. Oh no, I can't even bounce planes. Bounce the Water Tribe Warrior. And then hold up everything for the Waterbend 3. I like that more. And also trigger Springgrave, draw and discard. And I have to draw and discard. I can just discard your Quencher. If your Quencher doesn't do anything anymore, like I draw land. If I draw land, I'm 100% playing Mongoose Lizard to blow up the Ostrich Horse. Avatar Enthusiasts. Okay, that's gonna get countered real fast. And I've already missed the window to Firebending. Lessens it. Yep. I can think I should just discard your Quencher. I can't quench the Water Tribe Warrior anyways. I can Firebending Lesson the White Lotus Reinforcements. Or just Mongoose. Let's resolve Mongoose right now. Yep, that makes everything enthusiasm 5/5. Okay, I need to keep the mountain in hand. I think it's best to just five to the Avatar Enthusiasts. Put a counter on Mongoose Lizard. Yeah, unless they suddenly instant speed allies. I'm not gonna play around that card though. There's only one card, and they only have one card in hand. Or maybe I should have played on Gran, because that makes Gran an attacker. Didn't think about this too much. Oh well. Or I can still attack with all, even with this. But that means I'm sacrificing Gran. Okay, they just Airbender. Fine. This can attack. This trades into... Well, I would love to trade into wireless reinforcements, so let's make this 2 attack. After the Enthusiast land, maybe no action in their hand anymore. The Fire Nation literally attacks. That's fun. And I can just Dragonfly and play that. But before that, let's attack first. Okay, if I attack with everything. I think I should just attack with everything. I have to Fire Nation attack in this turn, and let's discard just 2 lovers. And I have to cast this before Gran gets eaten. And then trade with the planes. Guru Panther is also gone, but it's fine. And it's the best time to Water Trivadia right now. They got a top. And then we got two Fire Nation soldiers and a 6/7 and a 6/3 that dies into a lesson. We should be really good here. Half effectively makes a... Wait, you're not gonna Airbender the Rumble Arena? Okay. And I have to attack with the Fire Nation soldiers to cast Fire Nation attacks. Because I don't have enough mana otherwise. They're currently dead on board. So they have to spend the removal right now. Yep. That is a removal. They blow up Mongoose Lizard. And that makes something flying. And Mongoose Lizard can ping I'm paying for 1. But if a Fire Nation Soldier gets in, they're lethal, but Fire Nation Soldier is not gonna get in. Alright, let's trade it with Dragonfly Swarm. Good for them. Alright, so if I attack with everyone, that will be not be wise. Should I just wait for removal in that case? Why? I can't cast Fire Nation attacks unless I attack with one soldier, but soldier just gonna... They do just trade. This gives toughness, but trading means I get to see more stuff, so that's actually just trade. And before trade, I can water Pyrrhadia right now, which they should do. Yep, they did. Oh, gets another Anthem? I don't think Anthem matters too much. Wow. Not good. We can cast Fire Nation attacks next turn, but they're gonna get a lot more stuff. Just from Water Tribe Rallier alone. And yeah, if they put their counters on Rumble Arena, that means they could have another Scry one. Yeah, Mongoose Lizard is not a good attack anymore. And this is non-human gets things. And it's also ally. There's no non-human, so that's just a 4/4. It turns into a 6/6. And yeah, Vigilance Attacker. Good for them. Okay, best draw ever. Good game. Good game. Okay, that's why Lightning Strike is a good card. Any other removal, they can't do it. Because you can just do damage to their face and you win. Oh, so glad I top like this. Otherwise, I'm gonna get steamrolled by the allies. And yeah, Water Tribe area is nuts. Okay, so now we are at 3-1. That means we are not losing too much gems. Heading to game 5. Alright, game 5, starting with opponent goes first. That means our removal is better. And as long as we get to use any of the removal here, we can Dragonfly Swarm. Play Dragonfly Storm that dies into a card, so I'm happy to keep this. But Evil Quench shall be a very good card to have right here. Sadly, I don't have. And yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, Grand would be great if played on turn 1. This can grow, so I'm just gonna Combustion Technique here. Make sure I choose the right mode. And then Dragonfly Storm now dies into a card. That's what I want to make sure. Badger Moldy Cub. Into Great Divide Guide. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, no worries, no worries. They still get the 1 forest, but I can blow up everything else. Everything's fine here. This is the time to use every single removal we have. So also deny their all mana access, in case that matters. This. And our Grand has 3 lessons in graveyard now, so I can Grand into a Cave of Two Lovers, which is super great. Do that over Dragonfly Swarm. Or I should, but Dragonfly Storm does way more than just 2/2/2s. But this also gets Earthbend faster, so I'm fine with 2 lovers first. Maybe I draw into a 2-drop, and then Grand dies. If both of these happens, if I draw into a 2-drop, I can double spell. In that case, everything lines up. Purest farm animals. It's fine if you want to blow up this. I already make 2/1/1s. I already up value by doing that. Mongoose lizard. Well, I'm still gonna discard mountain. So let's do an attack first into a invasive submersible. I think I'm just gonna play Dragonfly Swarm and not discard the Mongoose Lizard. Maybe I should have played the land, but I'm fine with that. Aha! How do you deal with the Dragonfly Swarm that has Ward 1? Ward 1 is so good on this guy. On this card. Not gonna lie. And I think I'm just gonna Invasion Submersible that right away. I'm gonna invade you. If I draw into any other cheap cells, I'm gonna discard the Mongoose Lizard. Because if I draw land, I discard land. Even though the Mongoose Lizard is absolutely doing nothing. I cannot do anything to the Haru. I'm gonna crunch that though. And we got one more quencher. In that case, I can just do that. Pay mana for that. Attack with all. Keep discarding island. And Haru is literally just a 1/1. And we still have quench up. Have a redemption, that's fine. You need to pay the War 1, and you pay. And we're not gonna get Crunch value. We're gonna get Optus for form, which would be great if I... Oh, would be great. But that's fine. Let's attack first. Okay, now we discard the Mongoose. And Lightning Strike is lethal. Or Octopus Form is lethal. I'll just play everything here. And then they lose. Doesn't matter how I play now. Alright. And now we are at 4-1, heading to Game 6. Alright, Game 6, opponent goes first. We have a Firebending Lesson into Master Paku, into Nose 3. And we can Mongoose Lizard for a Cave of Two Lovers if we need to. Ideally, we just naturally draw into a land. Keepable. Iroh's Demonstration, that's fine. And yeah, gonna play the Master Paku out. And in the worst case scenario, I Mountain Cycle for a mountain. Hopefully I just draw into a land, so I don't need to do that. Pretty please. I'm gonna Iroh the kids. And yeah, nice. We naturally draw into one. And Iroh Demonstration the kids. And then they put it on top, so I can just mill them. Yep, it's a Avatar Enthusiast, which will be a pretty great card to play right before all the allies. Suki. Okay, I can attack into Suki. But Suki also can just attack into me. Or I can just Combustion Technique. Oh no, that doesn't work. I can Boomerang basic stats, but I think I'm just gonna take it slow here. And I can just block the 1/1 they make. If they attack, that is. And I can Combustion Technique after I use any lesson. Or maybe they play something else I can blow up. Earthbending Accession, that's a pretty good card. Earthbend a land, get a land from the deck. And if they have 4 or more quest counters on it, it can put a counter and give trample for anything. If Suki attack, I just eat their 1/1. But I do take 2. Oh no, I take 3. So it's up to them if they want to do that. Play a land. Yep, Suki attacks into a 1/1, I block the 1/1, I take 3. Or if they have a +2/+2 combat trick and trade with Master Paku, that can also happen. So our land drop. So we can Firebend this and Combustion Technique that. Boomerang Basic can bounce Earthbender Ascension. Boomerang Basic can bounce Suki. If I bounce Suki, it doesn't work out anyways, so let's just Firebending Lesson. Or we can just Firebending Lessons for 5 to blow up Suki and don't care about the planes. Save the Combustion Technique for later. I'm gonna go with that actually. I don't play around any combat tricks here. Attack, Mew you. I'm not gonna Mew myself. Because Mewing is a legit wing con. As long as Master... Oh, I guess Razor Winged? Sad. Yep, 3. Okay, 1 more land. The next land we just get counters, which will be pretty dangerous. And gather the White Lotus. Oh yeah, they are. They are like mostly white. Wow. Idol's Demonstration. I have that card. That card will literally save the day. Oh no, if I trade with it, it's gonna get Earthbender Ascension. So I'm gonna delay that. Soulcast Haiku. Oh, if only I have Iroh's Demonstration. Which I still have 1 in deck, there's 1 in graveyard. Do I want to do anything now though? I think I'm just gonna pass. Maybe they resolve something that's really horrendous. That makes me want to hold up Soulcast Haiku. Meteor Sword? Okay, that is a Soulcast Haiku target, so let's just do it. I can untap this. I have the milled 3 cards. Oh wow, I just milled Iroh's Demonstration. Sad. At least now we know we don't need to play around it anymore. Highly cheap blocker. That's highly can lock down that. That's fine. Invasion Submersible can bounce Oh, I already played that out. A little bit too fast. I'm gonna attack with a 3/3. Don't think I want to boomerang anything here though. Alright, now they have it. But I'll tidy that. That's fine. Gonna sacrifice myself. Take more damage this way. So that I can ether 1/1. Most likely. And then I eat Razor Wings, okay. Okay, at least I know that that's everything they have. Fire Nation can literally attack on instant speed. And I can just play a Mongoose Lizard for now. I'll just play Mongoose Lizard. Perfectly blocks a 3/3. Shoots a 1/1. And I attack with one of them, just in case Mongoose Lizard gets screwed by the top deck. Alright. You're not gonna have too much things. And Airbender session is fine to just leave it be because Tai Li just single-handedly destroyed the planes. Yeah, I'm gonna Tai Li right now. And then I think it's fine to just boomerang one of these. Attack with one of them. Just in case, yeah. Alright, that went through. And yep, we got him. Oh. The Earthbender session is pretty decent. He makes you a 2/2, makes you land a 2/2 and you get another land. So that's already good on the front side, and in late game he gets value from playing more lands, but they're already behind. And drawing lands is pretty bad for them, so Airbender doesn't help. And I have a tidy to just lock it down. Didn't draw into the second eye roll to deal with 1/1, but it's still good. So now we are at... Let me double check. We are 5-1 heading into game 7. Alright, game 7 going first. We got a Grand Master Paku Invasion Submersible. And Grand helps with looting, so that's a very good hand. Most likely just gonna discard Mongoose Lizard. Oh, Guru Panthic. I'm definitely discarding Mongoose Lizard because I need exactly a island to play this. And if they play anything that blocks Grand, I'm gonna submersible that. Lightning Strike, that's fine. In that case, I play Dragonfly Swarm. This is not it. I got a Quencha. Dragonfly Swarm is not doing anything, so let's hope I Quencha for this turn. A red into a Tigerdillo. Doesn't do anything right now, but let's just use our mana. And also gets a lesson for Grand, for Dragonfly Swarm, for this other stuff. Okay, so not drawing into an island, so I think I still discard Mountain. And now Dragonfly Storm is a good card now. Even if it dies right away, I still draw a card. The Earth King. Okay. At least I have the best thing for the Earth King, and because of that, I have to play it right now. I'm just gonna Earth King bounce the bear and attack with Dragonfly Storm. That'll be the turn. And they are not in white, so they're not likely to airbend the Earth King, which is fine. Combustion Man. Oh wow. That's a very big body. And Firebending Lesson doesn't even deal with that. We still have to deal with a one lesson that can potentially just scale to that. I have 2 lovers, or I can just Guru Panthic for now. Yep, combustion technique, that was what I'm looking for, even though I don't have enough stuff for this to one-shot a Combustion Man. then it triggers their Nth King, which makes this card much better. I have to take damage. Or I can just... Oh, they're targeting that. If I want to be safe, I can choose to not block that, but I go to 10. Or I can just grand that. And you know what? Let's be safe. And then I can just blow up everything else I play. Like that. Great Divine Guide. One less for the combustion technique. That's sad. Or I can just play the Fire Nation Cadets and I still have a ground blocker. Huh. Maybe they just actually don't have anything to protect the Combustion Man. In that case, I can just triple block that. Meteor Sword? They're gonna blow up a Guru Penthic. They can't blow up Dragonfly Storm. Yeah, or that. And I have to chump block now. Like last time. And on the next turn, what's the target? Our target is Guru Penthic. I'll take the damage and chump block. Oh, I could have just give Guru. No, Guru Penthic can't even get counters. But that's not gonna work. And at it, I get to attack for 6. And then let's see what they do. Like if they equip and then they attack with awe, I probably have to give the Dragonfly Storm to them. I'll just see. Wait and see. Yep, Combustion Man deals 7 now. If they only attack with Combustion Man, I'll definitely just give it to them. I also just died to a Lightning Strike. Wait, they are not targeting Dragonfly Storm? I don't take the damage. In that case. Just gonna block that. I lose to a trample. Yeah, if they target Dragonfly Song, I just give it to them. Earth Rumble. And then they have the fight. But they are wide open for one turn, so if I draw into a Lightning Strike, which I don't. Yeah, if I draw into a Lightning Strike, we just win, but... Oh, they got a Rumble, so they got it. Sadly. Now we are at 6-2. Fighting the final boss. Oh, for the first draft of the set, I already played the maximum amount of games, which is quite something. Oh no, I'm only at 5-2, what I'm talking about. So I still have to win 2 more for the trophy. Let's get to it. Alright, game 8, opponent goes first, but we have a very good curve, so just gonna keep. If I get to use the Quencha, Fire Nation Cadet, it's gonna get fire breathing, which is very great. Hopefully I can use the Quencher. And yep, that's fine. I can also just use Firebending Lesson. There's that too. And turn. So yeah, plan is Quencher. Dies into Earth Bands. Yeah, Quench is better. And then if I don't draw land, I can just discard the Mongoose Lizard into that. If I draw land, I can still discard Mongoose Lizard to that. To guarantee a land draw. Now, or I can just pump. And Lightning Strike, Mongoose Lizard, don't want to do anything else. That's fine. I'm gonna cycle this. And then bounce that. There's a cleanest way to get rid of it. Dragonfly Storm, that's nice. Yeah, this is the cleanest way to answer that. They do have an Abandoned Air Tempo that puts counter. That's great for them. Oh, I should have tapped the creature itself. I could have had the Firebending Lesson up. Oh well. That may matter. That may not matter. I really want to just bounce that. I can instant speed 1 damage. Oh yeah, let's do the bounce instead of playing that. Village Ruffians. Yep, Firebending Lesson. And then this is the only time we can do this. The Earth Village Ruffians gets bounced so many times. Damn. Rabaro Troop. That's what a Sly Fox dodges all the removals in my hand, but I can Lightning Strike that on instant speed even. So this is a turn to deploy the Cave of Two Lovers. Or Dragonfly Storm deals more, but the Cave of Two Lovers gets a land. Or I can choose not to attack. But I think it's fine to attack. We're down on tempo, but we're up on a lot of more things. And yeah, Combustion Technique works great here. And Lightning Strike still hits face. If we get one Invasion Submersible in, we just win on spot. Got the Kids. Oh, Kids is not as good as a blocker. Actually. And they only got Kids. Got a mountain. Play the mountain. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Block. And combat trick. And yep, that's fine. And then Lightning Strike for the game. Alright. That's a pretty swift victory. Just curving out. And then we win. Simple as that. Fire Nation Cadets did so many things in this game. And now we are at 6-2. Now is the final boss. Finding the last 9th game for the potential trophy. Here we go. Alright, so here's the last game, and this is a very bad hand. Needs an island to function, so Morgan. A better hand. I think I'm just gonna bottom Sokka's Haiku, which is cost 5. But still not a great hand. At least they also Morgan with me. Makes me feel a little bit better. Draw a land, which is good. And most likely I quench the thing they play this turn. Or I Firebending Lesson that. I'm actually gonna Firebend that, because I can quench a Sea Drop. And yep, we're not doing anything. Yeah, I'll quench that. Not getting anything. Okay, we got a quench here, but there's a telling. We're telling them we have a quench here. We're gonna quench it, and they're gonna play around it. Yeah, if I can boomerang basic into getting removed, that's pretty dangerous. They're not gonna play anything into quencher. Or they're not playing anything at all. Play the two Cave of Two Lovers. Gonna trigger Kuru Panthic if I have anything else, but I don't have anything else. Wait, wait, you play into a quencher? I take that. They know I have this in hand, I mean. And I got the ally trigger. Okay, everything worked out here. Hi Lee. Grab a mountain, but this turn is a perfect turn to just boomerang that. Put a counter. Put a counter. Make the 1/1s. Attack with all. In Vindictive Warden, that blocks all the stuff, including the 2/2. But if I attack, I can get in 3 damage. So I think I should just get into the 3 damage. I'm fine losing some board presence for more damage. And we got a force rate that dice into a card. Pretty sweet. I love the samples. Vindictive Warden, number 2. And they have nothing else to play, and I have Octopus Storm. Oh, they're so dumb. They are done. And this thing also just... Yep. Oh, we got him good. We got him good with the Guru Panthic, because also mostly because they don't have anything to do. So just steamroll them. Alright. Pretty sweet deck for the first draft round and first trophy. We lost to a Thousand, and we also lost to one game opponent having all the answers, and the only case we can come back is we top deck a Lightning Strike. We did top deck a Lightning Strike in one game, so there's that. That's very good. We can look at the whole deck. We got ourselves a Dragonfly Storm. I love this card so much. 3 mana, a lot of powers, and 3 toughness. Have Ward 1, which is really important, and dice into a card. As long as you have a lesson in the graveyard, and we have a lot. And the Fire Nation Cadets. I love Fire Nation Cadets in like blue-red or black-red, because I just like the fire breathing too as an ability. You do need the lesson to be in the graveyard, but it's easy for this deck to do. We have a lot of lessons. And we also have that Cave of Two Lovers. Make it 2 1/1s, 1/3/3, and search deck for a mountain. So this card plays like the one card in Final Fantasy, the Chocobo, Mountain Chocobo. Mountain Chocobo is 4 mana 2/2. You get a mountain, and then you can do that again. So it is like board presence and value in a single in the same card. And it's also Saga for Guru Panthic. Guru Panthic, such a good card for this deck. Even though he has 2 blue pips, that's the only weakness. Blue pips really hurts when we only have 2 Ace Islands. We're doing half and half. But Grand is gonna help with that. And Grand is so good in this deck too. You can just dump the lesson into the graveyard directly for the effect. And when she becomes tapped, I draw in this card. So we don't even need to attack with it if you have cards like Waterband 3, the Invasion Submersible to Waterband it. And Invasion Submersible is basically a 6 mana 3/3 that bans something when it ETBs, and the other 3 mana can be played by real creatures and can be paid later. What a good card. And yeah, I played a lot of good uncommons in this deck. I like all of them. And also Fire Nation attacks, which mattered in one game. Just 5 mana makes instant speed, make 2/2/2s with firebending, and 9 mana to do it again. It's very good when the firebending count is high. It's not the highest for this deck because we only have Fire Nation Cadets to do that. And in red-black, you'll get a lot more firebending, making this card a lot more powerful. Oh, and we have a lot of good removals that are also happen to be lessons: Arrows Tip Demonstration, Combustion Technique, Firebending Lesson, all great removals, and also Boomerang Basics to bounce our own stuff to draw, or bounce their stuff for tempo. Oh, I like this deck a lot. And that will be it for this first draft of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.